For example, the word gamam gachati is both are lexical words, but it's wrong in the context by Panini's rule, monuswaraha. So it should be anuswara there, and kartum ichha should be makara there because of same rule, monuswaraha. And in case of OCI, we can see real word years like Swadhyayas Tapa Arjavam, but because of OCI, we get Tava Arjavam. Tava is a Swadhyayas Tava is actually the Tapa is actually the word, but here both are actually dictionary words. So such a real word cannot be handled by a simple spell checker. And there are a few spelling mistakes which are also like spellings which are correct in the context, which are correct in the context, but when they are taken out of the context, they are invalid, like the Visarga Sandhi rules. So here, hato wali is hataha is a dictionary word, but hato is not a dictionary word, but is still correct in the context. So for handling such things, I started to use develop for language tool. So I'm going to show the demo of it, both the Hunspell and the language tool. So the Firefox has an option to install Hunspell dictionary. So using that, I have installed the Hunspell add-on, and we can see like Ramaha, Sita, Yaha, Patihi, which I have like manually made those years, for example. So this is the Hunspell dictionary, which is included in the like Hunspell API is included in the Firefox, and I am providing the dictionary. Okay. Yes, yes. So what I'm going to do is, wherever the Hunspell dictionary is marking as incorrect, you can right click on it, and it will show the correct suggestions for the word. You can choose the correct word, and if some words which are actually dictionary words but the Hunspell is not recognizing, you can use the add to dictionary option to add it to the dictionary. Of course, it's a wrong word. So, but as I said before, some words like gamam gachati cannot be recognized by this approach, because the gamam is actually a correct word and gachati is also a correct word, but Hunspell cannot handle such words. So the same thing, I'm going to use it here. I have installed the language tool extension, and so I'm providing the dictionary for language tool. So it's searching, it's working with the spell checking is down, and spell checking is now done using language tool. So the same Sita Yaha, it shows the possible combinations. So you can choose the whichever is most appropriate in the context. So here Sita Yaha, Patihi. So this can be handled. This can be done in Hunspell itself, but the below one, which was not recognized earlier, is also now recognized. So we can see मकारान्तस्य पदस्य पुरतः यदा कवर्गीयवर्णः भवति तदा मकारस्य अनुस्वारः अथवा ङकारः भवेत् इति. So we can either choose the anuswara or the parasavana sandhi. So this is the main advantage of like using language tool. I'm going to like show a few more examples. Sorry. Yeah. So here again the Vyanjana Sandhi problems. So this should be etanna or etanna. So I'm going to choose etanna for reason. Then it should be either samshayam chindi or sansayam chindi but not samshayam. The makara is invalid. Um, okay. So similarly, evam bhavantaha, vaktum arhanti. Here, it's actually the vowel which follows, so it should be makara, not anuswara. And here the necessary sandhi is also like it does not show tandamarum. It's properly doing the sandhi like the natva, not just makara. Um, One second. Sorry. Yes. So again, mam vaktum. Yes. So the you can see that the tandamum, though it is correct, it is not recognized by language tool because currently the support for compounds are not added. We know the complexity of compounds in Sanskrit, both the sandhi kind of compounds and the samasa compounds. So, but some compounds which are usually frequently we see in the literature, I have added those to the dictionary, like lexicalized, so that it's easier for users. Like if there are custom compounds, it may not be recognized, but most frequent compounds and the compounds which are usually like already present in literature will be already available for users. Yes. So here, this is actually a correct sentence. Aham followed by E, that is the vowel. So makara is there, perfect. And gamam, it's a vyanjana, so anuswara. So it's a good sentence, and it's the language tool and Hanspell working together analyzes the recognizes the sentence properly. Okay. So here is a story that I extracted from Samskrita Bodhini. Um, so just like for real world usage. Um, so here also the book actually like purposefully did some sandhis for the convenience of the user because it's a beginner text, so it does not do some sandhis. So apopamapahritya, etc. Evam avadat. So all the similar the makara related sandhis. So what we I wanted to focus here is the shakayam upavishtaha. This is actually wrong, we know, so we are correcting it. But again, there is another spelling mistake which would not be recognized if um, which would only be recognized if only Hanspell was used. So the upavishtaha is actually incorrect. So it's the ta pratyaya, so upavishtaha, not upavishtaha. So Hanspell recognizes that one correctly. So upavishtaha. So if we do everything, we have a perfectly corrected text. So this is actually an the upavishtaha was actually a OCR problem. Right, the tie instead of that one, it was actually tie, and the OCR didn't recognize. So the Hanspell and language tool, the spell check as a whole, can help us correct mistakes in OCR. Last but not the least, I want to take an actual real world example. Okay, so this is a text from Wikipedia. Okay, and so show it. So I'm taking a text from Wikipedia as it is. I'm trying to run the spell check on it. Okay, this is actually Adhunika Lekaha section. So this is modern writing, like people just contribute in Wikipedia, Sanskrit Wikipedia. So I think it's taking some time to run. Yes, it's done. So you can see like so many of that Makara problems there. So just fix a few. This one, this one, this one. So Um, some words like Nepal Deshaha is also like already in the text, so it is recognized. But some words like China Ganarajyam, etc., are not dictionary, are not usually found in the dictionary, so it's not recognized. So here I want to focus on this particular Vayavyam Pakistan. So here again, uh, yes. Um, so here again we have a problem of both contextual problem and non-contextual problem. So based on the context, the makara is wrong. It should be anuswara. So once we correct it, there is another problem. The vayavyam is itself a mistake. Show. Okay. Um, while it's doing, I'll just show how the language tool UI is. So you see the type of problem here and an explanation for that. You can choose some of the suggestions here. You can either ignore it or you can accept the suggestion, or if we click on the more details, we'll go to the Ashtadhyay page, or it can be any users. Currently, I'm looking to the Monuswaha Sutta and Parasavana Sutta. So users can get a context and a pramana, yeah, proof of why the thing is on, and they can further study about it. And if they want to like disable the rule everywhere, like if they want to intently want to write in such a way, they can disable the rule using this one. So the vayavyam is now done. So we can like fix the vayavyam here also. So there was extra ya, we can fix that one. So um, yeah. Yes. So other than that, so this is still in progress. The work is still in progress. I have to still use. I have to still add frequently used compounds so that they are easily recognized. And some I am planning to add some basic grammar rules using upapada vibhaktis, which can be recognized in such a way. Then visheshana visheshya. Sorry, there's a spelling mistake. And it can the language tool also can be used by extending it using a past tagger, disambiguation softwares, programs, and so they can also be used for style checking. Like usually this double danda is people make the mistake, so we can replace it with the actual double danda. And I'm planning to provide a public API so people can use it. Since it's open source, so these are all like in progress, is planned for the future. So thank you. So do you have any questions?
Yep. Nice work. So I have two questions. First is you are marking this gramam gachati as you're calling it an error. If you're writing an anuswar in front of sura, that is an error I can understand. But the other case, that is a bivakshayam, right? If you want to do sandhi, only then that is anuswar, right? Because
No,
wherever there is a cha plus iti,
yeah.
You are not saying that you are not writing cheti, so this is an error. You are not calling that an error, right? So why the compulsion of making sandhi here?
See, the monuswara is actually not a sandhi rule, I suppose. It's actually like whenever we see makara, it should be whenever the consonant follows hali, it should be visarga. It should be anuswara. But parasavarna is optional. The most of the sandhi rules are optional. Of course, it's based on vivakshayam only. But monuswara is not optional. So that's why I took such things only, because I understand that like in case of some visarga sandhis, most all the visarga sandhis are actually optional. So in case of visarga sandhis, I only recognize whether they are doing mistakes or not. But in case of monosoi, it's actually wrong.
And second one was related to the sandhi. So hello, I think you had said, or hato, sorry.
Hatha word.
So, wouldn't the same thing happen with other Sandhi forms? Like tathapi or chaiva, you won't find as a dictionary word. Or in case of verses, you will find a lot of long words in Sandhi.
Yes. Those things we need the segmented, post tag, etc. For recognizing the actual whether the compounds are correct or not. I can so far recognize only. I don't want to wherever the words are there, which are usually frequently used. So those things should not be recognized as wrong. So Hatovali, in the case of Hatovali, it's actually correct. And it is wrong, it is showing wrong because of the context. So those things I can handle. But if you want like long words which has sandhis and samasas, then we need to incorporate advanced tools.
Yeah, because this was primarily asking from the sense of correcting errors in verses, because that is what most literature is in. So, and when you say public API, do you mean some installable software that we can?
No, it's the language tool is bulky because it supports a lot of language, around 30 languages. So and Hunspell is actually C++ and language tool is Java. So installable will not be very much easy for people. But I'm like discussing with the language tool people, Daniel Neighbor. So for incorporating the Sanskrit etc. into the language tool itself. Till then, I'll be providing a public API like the HTTP this one, so you can like send a text to it and such spell check it.
Got it.
Any other question? So I think one of the things is you mentioned it, but you should be rather calling it grammar checker rather than spell checker. Right?
It is still checking only the spellings. I am
no.
Okay, the
monoswara. As you were saying,
the
monoswara is a grammar error, not a spelling error per se. Of course, grammar error will have a lot of other things, but at least it's towards that. Anyway, other questions. This is actually a very interesting work, and this is probably more useful for. There was this question in the previous thing, right? Can computation tools help people learn Sanskrit? Surely, no, correct. So this you can, yeah. Any questions on this? So the Hunspell is downloadable, right? I can use it as a plugin, correct? The Hunspell Sanskrit.
In an editor, you can use it as a plugin. You can also use it as a like command line tool. Yes, you can.
So
yes.
I can. Okay, fine. So I can just run it over a Sanskrit file.
But language tool is actually very bulky.
No, so basically then I can plug it in with SPL and I can just run it over.
Yes. It's open source, so anybody can download it.
That's actually.
But only the dictionary won't be available for now because it's part of my PhD. So.
Oh.
No.
Don't say that PhD will not take 10 years. Come on. Anyway, so we all hope that his PhD finishes quickly.
But till then, you can use the public API. Okay. The public API.
All right. Okay. I guess we can close this research session. Thanks to the demo. Good. Thanks to all the speakers.